All right, boys. This one was very interesting for me because it means everything that we've ever thought about copyright, chuck it in the bin, because actually, if you create enough derivatives from it, it doesn't matter that you just copied everything because it's all the new works are new and they're different. So I found this interesting because it's basically like I can consume everything you've ever done and then create derivatives on it, and it's not copyright. And it kind of makes sense.
Mhm.
It kind of makes sense because it's
what
not.
the human brain does.
Yeah. And if it's not exactly the same, have you copied it? No, found inspiration from it.
Give us the backstory real quick. So where is this coming from?
So Anthropic was like all of the guys are going to get these, and they are getting these. It's like you trained all your models on our data, and this was on books, I believe. Yeah, copyrighted books. So they just chomped. How did they even get access to this? Don't know. But they copied.
Oh, so that's a fascinating story. They were buying physical books, cutting them out of their binder, like cutting them out of the things and scanning them, which would have to be the most mammoth undertaking. One of the guys from, I'm not sure if it's Anthropic or somewhere else, is now doing the same thing with like ancient scripts from Turkey and stuff. To get it all in, to like run AI over it because they need more content. So they're like, and these scripts are like decayed to beyond repair. So they're doing like crazy OCR stuff. But no, this like, I'm not sure if this exact one is talking about this, but they digitized the books themselves. They went and bought them from eBay and stuff because it was the best way of getting all of the content. It's insane.
And these guys are the most creative. We just spoke over each other again. This Anthropic is the most creative company, and maybe that's the reason. They literally put in the work.
It's so true.
This is what Scale AI does.
Yeah, that's all they're doing.
Of data tagging.
They've got a lead book specialist who just cuts pages out. And he just got poached by Meta for $100 million. This isn't the Disney one then. So I thought this was the Disney lawsuit, but you're right. This is the copyrighted book. So there's other ones going on.
Midjourney's getting Disneyed.
Oh man, there's just so many lawsuits.
Yeah,
Gosh, I wish I was
that's what I'm saying. It's just this is the story of the week, but everyone's going to get done. Reddit went after them, but then they're just like, do a deal and we'll just give you the data. And it's like, cool.
Yeah.
It's the thing, but the judge actually said it does not violate US copyright law because it's quintessentially transformative. Go up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Quintessentially transformative and did not violate fair use doctrine under copyright. That just is like, yeah, boys, let's go.
That's
because
like case closed for all the AIs. They're just going to steal
and that's
everything.
how law works usually, right? One big decision gets made and then that becomes, they go, referring to case on this
It takes
date.
a lot to overturn them too.
Yeah, it's very hard. There is one thing that they did get pinged on, though. There was something here. Oh, yeah. They may have broken the law when they downloaded pirated books. So the fact that they cut out copyrighted books is fine, but when you pirated it, now you're committing...
Which would be incredibly difficult not to do if you're trying to scrape tens of thousands of books, right?
Yeah.
You would end up with pirated stuff.
That is great. Thank you, Internet Archive, for keeping our LLMs full. That is crazy, man. This isn't... I don't know. I feel so weird about it because it still feels like taking somebody's work to create other work. But yeah, like you said, Daryl, at the start, it's like that's how your brain does it.
That's what I do every day. Consume and then create.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Yeah, it's next level. What's the go then? Like, do you think that companies like this or book publishers will start trying to find ways to protect it? Is that the other side?
They'll probably try and do what Reddit did, is like
just pay.
You're using it, be nice. But they've because they've lost this case, they don't have a leg to stand on. But book publishers in general will probably do what music publishers will do, which is what YouTube will do, is just license it all out, find some sort of financial model of distribution, which is a complex problem. But every time an LLM generates something with a piece of that training set, then attribute a tiny bit of revenue to source. I don't know how you ever consider figuring that out, but that's what everyone will want.
But it's so transformative, dude. Like, it's not even the right sentence, and it's like like I used a word from here and one from here. Like, it's not even the same thing.
No, it's only the patterns that make it through.
And even then, there's so many books. It's like, whose book is it?
Yes. Yeah. You can't trace.
Nah.
So that seems like the problem. And this is an interesting quote. It's like an author alleged Anthropic seeks to profit from strip mining the human expression and ingenuity behind each one of these.
Crimea River.
It's not wrong.
but also at the same time, like, I can see the Disney one because you're creating likeness and like you just train on that set, and I'm like, build me a Disney character, and it just does it. Yeah. Or like, write me a book in the form of this one person.
Yeah, write me a Lord of the Rings book written by J.R.R. Tolkien, and then it sort of leans a bit too heavily in that space.
Yeah. That's where I would say, okay, now we're treading.
Yep.
But if it's just like, write me a book, I don't know.
It's really the speed you can do it, right? Because we could, all of us could just practice writing a Lord of the Rings book and then be like, here's my new series, it's sick. But because it happened over so much time, who's tracing? No one can trace it. No. But because I can just write that into Claude and I get the book back, I think, it's so interesting how time horizon plays a role.
But it'd be a terrible book.
Yeah, well, yeah. Maybe.
It would be. Like, that's the thing. Like, why are people still manually writing books if you can? Because, like, it's good at writing. Yeah. Like, let's be honest, that's probably one of the biggest strengths of it that we've seen out of LLMs, because it's trained on text. Like, obviously, it's the strongest thing it can do. But you're not getting really good, well thought out books because you still have to edit that thing down, like make it more succinct. Like, no, if you're lazy to write a book through an LLM, you're going to be lazy to edit it. It's never going to make it anyway. So like, whatever.
So that's a great point. I just want to know the system behind cutting out the papers. The poor
stick it into a scanner one at a time. You did.
Yeah. And then, like, what's the process? How do you tag it? I want to see that big. That'll be it's literally just a guy.
It's funny though, Daryl, because remember our printers that we had, how quickly they could scan? You could take a stack like this, like
yeah, I'm just imagining though, like a little bit of a frayed edge. This one's in this size, then the next book's in this size, and the next book's in this size. How many books can you get done a day? I don't know.
I just probably pay for them.
They probably gillo the binder off though. They probably go like, just put it in and go.
Oh, you know what you could do? You said eBay. So you said physical, but I mean, like, you could just buy the ebook or something and print it.
Well, yeah, so that everyone exhausted digital, what was accessible digital from like the Google archives and all libraries. And then they went, well, there's only one way to get stuff that's not digital, because it's like something like 70 or 80% of books aren't digitized. And they went, let's just go buy them. And they started buying them.
Love it. Yeah, genius.
You couldn't rent them from the library because you're about to cut them into pieces. Just return it as like sheets stapled together. Like, this is fine.
I did you a favor.
This is fair use. All right, I think we're rambling. That's a great one.